Hi guys, Samantha here and welcome back to my channel and a behind the scenes look at my newest Sims 4 music video that I just released last night called Perfect 10. So I just want to kind of give you guys, I guess, an idea of what the whole inspiration behind the music video was. So, you know, it was basically a song that I heard on one of the channels that I'm subscribed to, which is no copyright sounds or non-copyright sounds. It's short named NCS, but anyway, and the song just blew my mind. I loved the lyrics. I loved the beat. It was kind of catchy. It was something that I could see me playing in my head, like when I felt like I needed like a little pick-me-up or something that was a little bit more inspirational. So I definitely knew it was something that I wanted to make a music video out of. I kind of want to do music videos that you can kind of walk away feeling like you've gotten something from it, you know, just as far as being entertaining, of course, but just something that definitely reaches deep into your pits of your soul and just says, yeah, I get that. So hopefully I was able to convey that, and we'll kind of go over the video here towards the end of this video. But I wanted to show you guys how I did the casting for this video, because I already knew out the gate it was going to be a story about a woman who's, you know, a wife or a mother, somebody that's probably puts her all into her family and her husband and kind of gets overlooked. And so I kind of went into the gallery trying to like pick, you know, some Sims that kind of like fit the mold. And it's so funny, like out the gate, I found the husband, and he was like one of the first Sims I bumped into, and I was just like, he's perfect, which hopefully you guys got a glimpse of him a couple seconds ago. And this was the wife, and I knew I wanted to give her like a little bit of a makeover. I loved her hair and everything, and I love her face shape. She has like a really sweet face. Her name for some reason was Barbie Black. I don't know, we changed it, so it doesn't even matter. But she has like a really sweet face and a real endearing type, I guess, persona that kind of comes from her. So I really fell in love with her. But, you know, I kind of want to give her like a couple different little outfits. Someone that, you know, she knows how to zhuzh herself up when she needs to. But when she's like around the house, like doing housework, taking care of the babies, you know, just whatever, you know, she might not be so zhuzhed up, you know. And realistically, a lot of women, you know, we love to go out and be zhuzhed up. Zhuzhed up is going to be the word for the day. I don't know how to spell it, but zhuzhed up, okay? Anyway, we like to be zhuzhed up. We like to be fancy, but when we're just at the house chilling, you know, we kind of just want to be just chilling, like no big deal. So I knew there was a couple outfits I needed to give her. One was going to be like when she goes to meet a private investigator, which, yeah, that's part of the video. And I wish that I would have had time to kind of like convey that whole background. But the song, even though I love the song, it is super short. So it's like a lot of the storyline got thrown in the trash, unfortunately. So this look, her first look that I was working on, was one that was kind of incognito. She kind of like threw like this loose curled wig on and put this little cover up. Have you ever seen those women, like, you know, when they're like incognito and they don't want anybody to see them? They put like a wrap on their head, they put these dark sunglasses on and this lipstick, and it's just like, I kind of wanted to give that persona, but that's clearly her. That's still the wife. And I want to thicken her up a little bit because she's had a baby, you know, she's got I don't know, I don't know how to say it. She's got some love handles and things of that nature, but nothing too crazy, you know, but I definitely wanted to thicken her up a bit. But so here I am just trying to like fix her outfit. I wanted something that was not as classy, sorry, something that was just kind of like laid back or whatever. And I don't know why it's taking me so long to go through the outfits. I think at this point I was just dressing her in anything, because I was just like, she's cute. Like, I think at the end of the day, she's probably gonna be somebody that I probably want to play with eventually. And I know in some of the comments someone had actually suggested that I do a story with them, like an LP with them, and you know, I'm open to that idea because I did fall in love with this family as I was playing, well, particularly the wife and the daughter, not so much the husband. But anyway, so here I am just kind of toggling through, just trying to give her an outfit that kind of is low-key, kind of like just like whatever. I ended up opting for, yeah, at this point, y'all, I'm just going through my CC like, man, I forgot I had some of this stuff. I need more opportunities to dress my Sims. The sad thing is I love doing cast stuff, but I hate it because it takes me so long, especially when I have like something that I'm trying to do. Anyway, I ended up going for this long oversized long sleeve shirt, trying to get something that kind of goes with what she had on with the brown in her, I guess, wrap, I guess you could call it, that leopard print in her wrap. So anyway, so just trying to give her something. So that is like her incognito outfit when she's like going to talk to the private investigator. And so I think at this point, I'm just trying to figure out the whole shoe situation. Because, yeah, she wants to go out and not have any issues with anybody seeing who she's talking to. So I ended up giving her another outfit here. And I think this one that I'm working on right now is I think going to be her every day around the house, like what she's doing her housework and stuff in, taking care of the baby, cooking, laundry, just whatever. So I think I'm trying to toggle through that one right now. I think that's this outfit. I'm watching it as I'm doing this voiceover. Isn't that lovely? Don't you like when people do stuff like that? Because honestly, I don't remember. I have been working on this video. Just side note, I have been working on this video for a while. Like in my head, I had my idea, but just like, you know, having time to sit down and actually record and stuff and come up with all this stuff. I have been working on it for a while, and honestly my plan was to release it last week, but my computer ended up crashing. So no, this outfit is actually her outfit when she confronts her husband. So it was one of those things where it's like I wanted her to be able to turn it on when she needed to turn it on. And even though this isn't like over the top, I don't know what I was doing with those wraps. I think I was just playing around with trying to see what I could do with that hair. But anyway, you know, when she needs to turn it on and make herself look a little bit more, I don't even want to say appealing, because I felt like even when her every day walking around the house doing laundry, I thought she was still beautiful. But you know, I feel like at this point she wanted to like do something different and make herself like super dressed up, so that when he came home and she confronted him, she'd be like, you know what, look, I can turn it on and I can turn it off, you know, based on your standards, and I'm still going to be good, you know. So I kind of wanted to give that vibe, like a careless kind of carelessness, but still something like she does care, but more so like of what he thinks, you know what I'm saying? Not so much of what she thinks, but look, you know, I could put my hair back, we could do this, you know, it's not that big of a deal. So that's what I was trying to convey over with this particular outfit. So I think at this point I'm having a whole conversation with somebody, I'm sure. Anyway, back to the task at hand. We're just coming up with an outfit that I could throw on her real quick. Again, something that's kind of effortless. I think pretty much anything I put on her was just absolutely gorgeous. But I kind of fell in love with this little, I don't know what that is. It's like a fur vest, maybe with like a long sleeve shirt. I don't know. And the funny thing is, I think the season for the game when I played this game was fall. So in my head, I was kind of like wanting to give her some fall-y type clothing. But, you know, something that kind of like fit the bill of her like maybe sitting inside the house. Anyway, so I ended up going with this top. I thought it was really pretty on her, just personally, and then I was trying to come up with some boots and stuff so she can look the part for the weather and all that jazz. So yeah, at this point, y'all, sometimes when I'm in cast, I'm just trying all stuff, trying to see, you know, it's so funny because I do this in cast. I'll like look at outfits and I'll be like, I can recreate this in real life. So yeah, sometimes I'll just like throw things on just to see what it looks like, just so I can see like what the situation is. Anyway, so here I am working on her third outfit. I have never used this hairstyle before, and I felt like it'd be something like you tie it up off your face and it's like her naturally curly look. Maybe she had just got up and she had her hair in a pineapple. She pulled it down and this is what she worked with, and then she just tied it back so that she could have you know, access to kind of like walk around and do what she needed to do. So I ended up going with this hair. By no means do I feel like this hair is like some unkept like housewife type or you know, do your housework. No, not by any means do I feel like that hair is this way, because I really think it's a really pretty hair. But I just wanted something that was a little bit more tousled and a little bit more, look how gorgeous she is though, oh my gosh. Anyway, so just a little bit something that's just like just I don't know why I was checking out these outfits. I was like, ooh, mama got y'all, I was just like all over, like I'm like trying any outfit on her at this point. I was just so impressed with her. Anyway, so here I am just trying to get an outfit where she can just like clean the house, and she's gonna get up first thing in the morning, y'all, and do like laundry while everybody is sleeping, and make breakfast for everybody. So I kind of like this idea of this little oversized shirt that she just kind of throws on, and maybe she ties it up to the side so that it won't get in her way while she's like sweeping and stuff. So I ended up doing this little outfit, and then I found these slides. I completely forgot I had downloaded those slides up there, and then I had to go and revamp the whole color scheme because I wanted that green. So I went up there and just made the shirt a little different color just so it could kind of like go with everything. And I mean, that's pretty much the way it all went down as far as her outfits and stuff goes. So I love Natalie. She is she's definitely, you know, I hate to admit it, but she's kind of me. She is kind of me. Anyway, so here I'm fixing their relationship and everything. That is David, her husband, and that is Natalie. And now it's time to create. I thought about like, he is so cute, by the way. Oh, this is me like doing his walk, y'all, just so I can make sure everything's okay. And for some reason, I was like enamored by the fact that I have a pose or animation in my game for that particular walk. So I was just kind of seeing what he was doing. I'm so crazy. Anyway, so here I am just trying to fix his walk and everything and trying to figure out how I want him to be and going through his outfits just to make sure everything is good to go. I think at this point I was just like, we're not going to ever see you in your hot, but I can't imagine his hot being like that. It's cold, the same thing. You know, it's so funny. You go in the gallery now and you download some of these older Sims and they don't have hot and cold outfits because we didn't have those outfit categories. So it's like you have to go in and revamp everything. So anyway, I played around with the idea of them having multiple kids, but they look really young to me. Like maybe they just got married, you know, maybe not just, but maybe they've been married for like 5 or 6 years. So I was just like, okay, maybe they would just have one kid and she's probably like 3, you know, 3 or 4, maybe not 4, but definitely like 3.5 maybe. So here I am just kind of playing around with what her look and everything is going to be. I was playing around with this baby hair because I was like, I've never seen that baby hair before. So anyway, ended up toggling through that baby hair because why not? Why not? Anyway, so I'm creating a little miss right now, kind of like going through everything. And you know, she's a girly girl. And I don't know if you guys noticed, which is so disappointing because I had to put so much on the cutting room floor for this video. She is a daddy's girl. Like when he left the house, she cried and cried and cried. And then like later on, she cried about something else while I was recording. And I was just like, what is wrong with you, kid? But it's funny, she would do that behind daddy, but not so much behind mommy. So she is definitely a daddy's girl. And again, it's fall, so I wanted to put her in something that was a little bit more weather appropriate, but she's not even like a major role player. I mean, the concept of her is, but not so much the character. Like, I just wanted to make sure I let you guys know that this was not only a wife that was very dedicated to her family, but she was also a mom. So I didn't really care so much about her outfit at that point. I just wanted her to have something, you know. So, but I was more concerned about her facial features and all that type of stuff, and her eyes and all that good stuff. So I probably focused more on that than her outfit. But you know, speaking of which, I can put this family in the gallery if you guys want. Granted, I did get the guy from the gallery, and I did get the lady from the gallery as well, the wife. I just gave her like a makeover. So I don't know if I put her in the gallery, you know, if that's going to be like an issue. I think now the way the gallery works is it will say who the original was created by, and then it'll tell you who actually uploaded it. So I should be able, it should be okay. I hate sometimes uploading things and people are thinking you're trying to steal their things. It's like, no, not trying to steal your stuff. It's just, you know, I liked it and I just, you know, revamped it and reshared it. But you never know how people are. You just never know. Anyway, so here I am giving a little miss a couple of outfits just in case. So they can be in the gallery and they will be fully dressed and fully, you know, ready to go if you guys want to play with them and all that jazz. And yeah, so just going through the outfits real quick. I'm trying to see where we are I think I was just, toggling through to make sure everything was okay and making sure I had gave her bows and everything with each outfit. She's so cute. These doggone toddlers, y'all. I just don't know when I'm gonna be tired of them, like for real. Anyway, and her name is Molly. She is a fussy baby, but more so behind her dad than anybody. So that is the family right there. For some reason, they had named them as Hot Black Guy. I have no idea. So at this point, I am now casting or looking for, I would like to call her the antagonist, but not really, because she doesn't even need that title per se. But the lady that kind of catches the dad's eyesight. And now granted, her name is Kim Kardashian. She's supposed to be a Kim Kardashian sim, but I knew I wanted her to be, a black sim or an African American sim, however you want to say it. And so I changed her skin color and kind of changed some of her features and stuff like that, just to kind of like give her. But guys, I wanted her to be, and this is no shade to Kim Kardashian, because as, a businesswoman, as a reality star, I respect her for the things that she's done for her life, as far as making herself successful and kind of turning lemonade from lemons. That's all I'm gonna say. Other than that, I'm not gonna say I respect her. Well, no. Ooh, that came out wrong. I'm not gonna say I agree with her life choices, but I can say based on the path that she started off, I admire the fact that she was able to turn it around and make herself something successful from it. But I really feel like she is like overly made up. She's overly made up. Even when she's natural, she looks overly made up. So I kind of like the idea of using a sim that was inspired by Kim Kardashian, because unfortunately, when you see these girls in social media, and I'm really not saying this to be ugly, because it just is what it is, because I'm guilty of feeling this way when I look at women on like Instagram and stuff. You know, they have a way of setting a standard, like this is what beauty is supposed to be. This is what you should strive to look like. And it's not real. It's not real. There's nothing, I mean, authentic about it. Everything is just like overly done, overly made, overly plumped. You know, there's so many waist shapers and little things you can put underneath your clothing to make yourself look like you have this Zsa body. But at the end of the day, you're just like everybody else. Or you can even go to the extreme, and some of these ladies are getting like plastic surgery. And I'm not trying to get on like a whole tangent, preachy tangent or whatever. But that was like the whole, you know, thing behind this particular character, Sadie here, is that, you know, I wanted her to be like somebody that was just like overly overdone. She probably had been to get plastic surgery. She probably has weave in her hair. She probably, you know, has the fake nails, the fake, you know, just whatever, the makeup. She probably spends like thousands of dollars on her clothes and stuff like that. And unfortunately, that is the way a lot of the women on Instagram look. I hate to say that. Not a lot of them. But you know, the Instagram models, the women that we're looking at, that we're aspiring to kind of be like, are the women that are the men that we're dealing with in our lives, or even, I wouldn't say, the men that they're dealing like, even I would say your friends, because maybe your friends will even be like, oh, you should do this, or you should do that. But definitely the men, they see these women and they're like, they want that type of lady. And it's kind of unfair to the regular, natural, normal women, because we can't aspire to be that way, because you know, either we don't have the desire to, or we don't have the means to, or we don't want to, you know, or we just don't want to. So we get held up to these standards that aren't realistic, and it's a little unfair. So Sadie, for that reason, is a big part of that situation. So anyway, I am literally making a random male sim. This is the private investigator. I just wanted a random male guy. He didn't even have to be anything spectacular. I kind of wanted him to look creepy, so I kind of focused on him looking kind of creepy, because you know, he's going to be the type that, which again, I wish I didn't have to so fully edit it, but he kind of followed them around. They went to a restaurant. They went to an after-hour lounge. They were like kissing in the park, and I had him follow them everywhere and like take pictures. So he was just like this little creepy sim in the background, like taking pictures. And so I wanted him to look that way. But anyway, here I'm going through everybody, and I'm just naming the perfect 10 cast or whatever. So I'm going to switch over to the video and show you guys, like, I guess give you guys explanation of the video stuff. So let's head there. Real quick before we get into the video, I wanted to show you guys the lot that I grabbed for the household. It's the Modern Mansion, and the creator is right there. I don't know how to pronounce their name. But anyway, I fell in love with this lot because to me it kind of fits that whole perfect 10. From the outside, this family looks perfect. The house is perfect. The lot is perfect. The husband looks perfect. The wife, when she's fixed up, I'm sure she looks perfect. Like everything is just like super perfect. So I fell in love with this lot for that reason. It was absolutely stunning. So I just want to give props to that creator. I did go in and add like some, they had the car already in the lot, which you guys should see in a second as soon as it loads. But I ended up changing the car to like a Mustang, because again, I wanted to have like a perfect, a perfect type outside or whatever. And then I did add a laundry room because I needed a laundry room. So anyway, let's head to the video. All right, guys, the beginning of the Perfect 10 video, I kind of wanted to start off with the aftermath and then kind of show what happened to get Mrs. Black to this point. So we kind of show the outside of the house, because again, I wanted to specify how important it was that this was just like this perfect atmosphere. And then we start off with Mrs. Black kind of doing her laundry, and of course everybody is sleeping. Baby girl and her husband are sleeping, so she's getting up, kind of like tiptoeing around, like making breakfast and everything for everybody. And of course, as she's doing that, the husband's tending to himself. He's in the bathroom, he's brushing his teeth or whatever, probably like primping himself in the mirror. And as she's sitting there cleaning, he like sneaks off to the computer, which we'll see that in a second. And as he's on the computer, he's browsing an Instagram page by the name of Candy Love. And this is Mrs. Sophie, I think is her name. I forgot her name just like whatever her name is. Anyway, so he's reaching out to her, probably texting her. We're already assuming that they have a relationship already, but you know, he follows her on Instagram, and maybe every time he wants to glance at her pictures and kind of just like remind himself how lucky he is. So the crazy thing is as she comes to sit down and eats, I don't know if you guys picked up on this, he kind of gets up and leaves. He really doesn't say anything to her, doesn't kind of pay attention to her, and he just kind of goes off about her way. And of course she understands that. She's like, I've been up all day, I made you breakfast, you couldn't even say hello, thank you, nothing. So even right here, she's speaking to him, just kind of like, how's your day, what you got going on? And he's sitting over there daydreaming about what he's going to do for the day or whatever, drinking his coffee. And as she walks off, that's when he decides to go interact with his daughter again. She's such a daddy's girl. And so That's the point right there. And this part right here is kind of crazy because the baby girl like throws her food off to the side. And of course he walks off, doesn't even say bye to her, and he's off to work, or what you would think he's off to work. But so as she's browsing on the internet, probably checking her email, she notices in the history that he's looking at Candy Love's Instagram page, and she kind of browses across her pictures, and then she kind of just like realizes like, okay, like this is probably what he's looking at, and this is not me, you know. So she's crying. She's kind of a little bit upset about that. In the meanwhile, you know, husband probably took like a lunch break, and he's meeting Miss Candy Love herself, you know, and they're you know, being very affectionate, things that he did not give his wife at all. You know, he pretty much just left, didn't even say anything to her, and he's just like oogling and oodling over this girl, and she's just like eating it up and loving it, you know. So anyway, this is when the missus ends up meeting with the private investigator, because the part that I didn't get a chance to show you guys was that she did reach out to him, and that's some of the private investigator taking pictures and creeping off to the side, and the pictures are right there, you know, for her to kind of see. And even though she's acting like it doesn't bother her, it really does. So she kind of comes home and gets her bearings together and kind of gives herself like a little prep. She's like, you know, I'm fine, I'm perfect, you know. But as she's looking at herself in the mirror, she's not happy with herself. She really isn't. She knows she has to confront him about it. So as he comes home, of course, he's strolling, probably from being with Miss Candy Love herself, and she immediately like lets him have it, you know, and they go into arguing and stuff, and she's pretty much just explaining to him like, you know, I won't tolerate this. And truth be told, y'all, we have to kind of value ourselves if we want people to value us, right? So if we hold ourselves to like a point where we feel like we are worth it, then it's easy to make people accountable for that, if that makes any sense. Like, hey, if I'm worth it, then I feel like I'm worth it, then you need to feel like I'm worth it as well. And if not, you could get to stepping, which is basically what she told Mr. Black right there. So that's pretty much the gist of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any comments about it or you want to add to the discussion, feel free to do down below, and I'll see you guys next time.